This is Chief Engineer Darkaiser from Explorer 7 recording. I appear to be the sole survivor from the Explorer 7 crash. I don't know exactly how long I've been unconscious, but my head hurts a lot less, so I probably do not have a concussion. This is a good thing because I also do not have a doctor or an ambulance or any medications. There are an awful lot of things I apparently do not have. I'll worry about that when I get there. I also, this time, have no ship. I am at what is left of the lunar base that I presume was established by our sister ship Explorer 2 probably more than 2 years ago, before some sort of catastrophic event destroyed the base, apparently killed everyone present, left me with very little to work with. But enough crying about what I don't have. Time for me to go out and figure out what I do have. I have one, I suppose I should say, wreckage of a ship. Should be able to fix this, including the spare battery. I have one serviceable battery and one small reactor, but at least I have uranium, so I've got something going on there. Got a large cargo container with quite a few components present. Get rid of the drill. I don't think I'm going to be using that anytime soon. I've also got hydrogen and oxygen bottles. I'm going to have to figure out a way to directly access the O2 generator on this thing, since the small ports are only good for mining ore. We're going to have to find a more direct route into our... What about up here? Ah, Eureka. No? Nope, that's not going to get it. Alright, well, we'll have to figure that out. Going to waste a little bit of hydrogen taking a flying tour, just to make it faster. This looks like a standard lunar base type 6. It's fairly cookie cutter from Explorer Command. We've got a resource catch, a mining catch. We have a grinding pit for grinding up junk ships, which I may be actually utilizing. We have... I always forget to turn on my damn suit HUD. We've got 2 refineries that look like they're in serviceable condition with just a little bit of a touch-up. So I'm encouraged there. If I can mine resources, then I can refine them. I've got several operating gun turrets. The foundation of the platform looks to be serviceable. According to the GPS, I've got an ore handling facility 4 kilometers away, which is marked, and I quote, "Keep out." Well, there may have been a feud with the neighbors. I have quite a few storage batteries on the base that look like they're serviceable, and I have what appear to be 6, 7 operating solar panels. Now, considering that the base isn't really doing much except operating a couple of lights, I think the base power is going to be fine. Going to have to figure out how to get everything connected. Yes, I violated just about every code from Explorer Command, leaving the door open. Considering what the rooms look like, I don't really think anyone's going to criticize. This room is a complete waste. I think this room could be made serviceable again. And then we have the other airlock. Everything here is apparently on a sensor. I'm going to have to reset those. Secondary hangar door works. All of the bridges are going to have to be repaired. We've got an oxygen tank, which is virtually destroyed, so I'm going to have to pretty much rebuild that from scratch. I've got all of this hydrogen scattered around. Of course, I'm burning through that fairly rapidly, so I think I'm actually going to collect some of this. I'm being very wasteful with my hydrogen on this one trip. And my suit is reminding me that my inventory is full. I'm going to be wasteful with the hydrogen on this one trip while I take my tour. Something that just occurred to me that I need to make sure that I do. Need to mark this location so that I can find it again. I was in so much shock from the crash that I neglected to mark the location of Explorer 7. I have a rough idea of which direction I came from, and based on that and the position of the sun, I think I should be able to find my way back. Now, we have a functioning laser antenna, but to the best of my knowledge, I don't have anything to actually point it at. And we also have a mining antenna with some nickel and some platinum nearby. So that'll be nice. Weld up enough of this so that I can actually walk around on the deck without having to trip and fall and kill myself. Need to try to go back and find the Explorer before the sun goes down again. I'm trying to remember. I believe that the lunar cycle here, the lunar solar cycle, I believe it's about 4 hours. So that means I'll have, in theory, 4 hours of daytime and 4 hours of night. I'll live with that for now. Now, as I said, this is going to be sticky, because I had traveled to the dark side Well, here we go. I'm going to have to build myself a rover. Now I have to try to be sensible about this. The ship crashed on the light side. I'm trying to remember how the planet looked when I first left the wreck. Gonna have to monitor my air and my hydrogen. I see something over here. I am a lucky son of a bitch. And that's all I have to say about that. One almost virtually destroyed assembler. Yay. Well, whoa, whoa, whoa. The wreck is still more than a little unstable, apparently. Gonna have to be careful around that. That could have been a disaster. This is the part that really scares me. Yeah, I didn't think I'd have a lot of room in there. There aren't that many small components on a large thruster capable of powering a starship. Well, now, before I make this mistake again, I don't really have the heart to call it wreck of the Explorer 7 yet. So the wreck is about 4 kilometers away from the base. Going to have to see if I can find myself a blueprint to some sort of a rover. The trip doesn't look too bad. There are some rocky bits that I would have to avoid, but I think if I drive around to the left, I think I could make it. Okay, so now I know what I have. Let's get to work.